Hello, and thank you for joining my video blog today. This is Stephen Pilkington with the Path Home team powered by the Bogar Pilkington Group. For today's topic, we're going to discuss how do you navigate inspection items when you're under contract. Starting off, the best way to navigate inspection items is, I'm sure you've heard this before, an ounce of prevention can be better than a pound of cure. So if you're in a home that perhaps is an older home, if you have large trees in your front yard that might be getting into your sewer line, if you have a furnace that hasn't been cleaned in 6 months, 12 months since you've lived in the house, the starting point would be maybe take care of some of those preventative items. So when an inspector comes through, they're going to look at those items and think, wow, it's already been cleaned up. And then that buyer is going to have great confidence that you've taken care of the house. So get that sewer line scoped out and make sure to get your furnace cleaned prior to the inspection. You're getting ready to do an inspection on your house. We always look at this, and you as the seller, you look at your house and it's a fantastic house. It's done really great for you and you're moving on, yet you love your house. The buyer looks at the house and they see a fantastic opportunity, yet they see things that can be repaired. The inspector is going to look at the house and they're going to see everything wrong with it. So to start off, don't get too upset or emotional when you get a large item list of to-dos to fix on your property. So again, it's part of the process and everyone goes through it. So the first thing I recommend is when you get that list of items to take a look at, read through it, then close your computer and come back, let it sit in for an hour, 2 or 3, then open it up again to look at it later. Because it's likely not as bad as it may sound at first. So now you've taken a little bit of time, you've let it sink in, you've calmed down a little bit from the large list of items that they might be asking for. So what do you focus on? What do you think about? The number one thing we always recommend is start with health and safety. And the reason being is that if you don't address health and safety items, and for some reason your house doesn't sell, you're going to have to disclose that going forward. So in Colorado, the most common health and safety items that we encounter are radon, there's electrical issues that could lead to a short, there is a furnace that is not running properly, and there's a roof that may have leaks that could lead to mold, it could lead to other damage. So look for those main items that somebody could look at and think, wow, these kind of items could lead to a health problem, and address those first. Once you've looked at all those health and safety items, then you can start whittling down, is this a real inspection item, or is this perhaps just a little nitpickety thing that you can get through and not have to address? Sometimes these items, you can hire a handyman, and your agent or someone else might have a great handyman referral that could come in and repair half a dozen items for a couple hours, and you spend $100, $150 fixing those items, like door jambs that don't shut properly. And while it's not a health or safety item, it can be a win for the buyer, and it may be worth just going ahead and doing that. Yet, looking at some of those items, sometimes they're really not necessary to fix. Internal items where maybe you've got a floor that is slightly uneven, or you've got carpet that was torn up by a dog. It's not going to cause a health or safety item. And really on those cases, just take it on a case-by-case basis and speak with whoever's guiding you with the transaction to help get you the best return on your property. Because to be frank, in the market we're in right now, we're seeing a higher number of homes fall out of contract because of inspection items, because buyers are scared right now that they're paying top dollar and then they're going to get into a money pit. So anytime you can make sure to keep the home under contract, it's typically the best thing you can do, because right now we're seeing that when a home falls out of contract, when it goes under contract again, it's usually for anywhere from 1 to 5% less than it went under contract the first time. So when you look at navigating those inspection items, make sure to hit those health and safety, make sure to communicate well with that buyer, because you don't want to lose that opportunity. Yet, of course, look and see what you can potentially cut off that list that's just little nitpicky items. So thank you for joining me today on the video blog. If you have any questions, any comments, you'd like any feedback, we would love the feedback. So please comment below. We've got a link below. And thanks again for joining me. This is Stephen Pilkington with the Path Home team, powered by the Bogar Pilkington Group. Have a great day.